It's another Saturday when we bring you your favorite security and safety tonic on television, Security Watch Africa, and only on this channel, the Africa Independent Television, you get the information to keep your life safe and secured. Welcome to the program today. This episode has a collection of reports that are quite informative and incisive for you to digest very well. And again, we also, if you follow the program very well, you will see our Security Watch Africa Initiative security tips scrolling for you to get some personal security information, which is very, very necessary because we all must develop security consciousness at this time of our life when a lot of threats to our security is all over. Yes, but we'll take you to these reports, a number of reports, but first we're taking you to the Nigerian Army headquarters, where Shuli Daniels brings us a report of the visit of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, to Plateau State, the trouble areas in Plateau State. Sit back as we bring you this report.
You are going to stamp out the criminality. You are going to stamp out the violence here once and for all. Is that clear? Yes, sir. I will not come back here again. Yes, I will not come back. The next time I come back here, I will be done in flak jacket and ballistic helmet like you, and I'll go and fight in the field. Is that what you want? My friend, do this job. You must do it. Yes, sir. You can do it, and that is why I deploy you here. So do it. Yes, sir.
That was the Nigerian Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, addressing troops he met on ground when he visited some troubled communities in Mangu, Bokos, Rian, Jos North, and Bata local government areas of Plateau State. General Lagbaja visited in the wake of the crisis that engulfed communities in Bokos and Mangu. Before making a call at the troubled areas, the Chief of Army Staff was at the government house to intimate the state governor, Barrister Caleb Mofang, of his desires to ensure that peace reigns in Plateau State.
So I'm here this morning to give a marching order to the troops and to tell them that what they are here in Plateau for is a serious business. And before going to speak with the troops in the field, I feel it is expedient that I come around to pay you a courtesy call, Your Excellency. First, to thank you and to thank the good people of Plateau State for your support to our formations and units here on the plateau. I also want to sincerely thank you for the efforts that you have put in conjunction with the other stakeholders to ensure that peace reigns on the plateau. And I also want to plead for the continued cooperation of the government and the good people of Plateau State to our troops in the field so that collectively we can work to ensure that there is sustainable peace on the plateau. I want to assure you, Your Excellency, that the troops that we have deployed on the plateau will work conscientiously, will work hard, and will work to deliver the mandate that they have been given to ensure that peace reigns on the plateau. They will not work to show favoritism, and they have been mandated to work without any let or hindrance. And I can assure you, Your Excellency, that they will work in accordance with the marching orders, the mandate that they have been given from the Army headquarters.
In his response, Governor Caleb Mofang, who thanked General Lagbaja for coming to their rescue, added that the Army Chief is fit and proper for the job and pledged that the state will continue to support the Nigerian Army.
Sir, let me thank you especially for coming to Jos again. we're sorry that you had to come again. We enjoy having you around, but we wish it was not because we have found ourselves in another crisis situation. If there was a time, I believe Nigerians had faith in the leadership of the Nigerian army. It is now. I have never for one day doubted your capacity, given your track record of stellar service in the Nigerian army. And I have always believed that you will be able to deliver on your constitutional mandate. I therefore want to assure you that we have tremendous respect for the Army as an institution. Let me seize this opportunity to correct an impression in the media. I said something in the course of an interview, and actually I was saying it out of concern and patriotism for the Army. I know that there are some few bad elements here and there that will want to sabotage your effort, the good work you're doing. And we are on the lookout. And when we find those kind of people, like you have said, your reporting channels are open, we'll continue to report such people to you because we believe you're doing a good job.
It will be observed that since after the visits to the troubled communities in particular, Plateau State in general is reported to be experiencing improved security. Shirley Daniels, Security Watch Africa.
Yeah, we have to commend the Chief of Army Staff there for that yeoman's job charging his men. And like the report did say, after that visit, the plateau has remained relatively calm. But you see, for me, these are cosmetic solutions because these people will go and replan and come out again. There is need to entrench a lasting solution to the problem on the plateau. Until then, these incidents in the plateau may continue until we get that lasting solution, which is not far-fetched, which is very simple for us to implement so that lives can be safe and protected on the plateau. Yes, let's take you to the next report. In fighting against crime and criminality, there is an issue of non-kinetic approach, which the military has been doing in different ways. Both the formation commanders and the wives of the officers also carry out such projects. Recently, the wife of the Chief of Defense Staff, Mrs. Orago Musa, decided to touch the less privileged. Sit back as we bring you this report by Elizabeth Tanko.
In her drive to reach out to the needy and less privileged in the society, President of the Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association, DPOA, Mrs. Ogogo Gwabin Musa, led members of the association to the Internally Displaced Persons Camp, IDP in Abuja. The DPOA president stated that their visit is centered on reaffirming their commitment to serve all citizens, especially the most vulnerable.
As a way of reaching out to the populace, today our focus turned to celebrating and honoring the internally displaced persons among us. The struggle faced by the internally displaced persons served as a reminder of the harsh reality of conflict and the displacement of innocent lives. It is a sobering truth that calls us to action with urgency and compassion. Our responsibility extends beyond simply providing aid. It's about restoring dignity, offering solace, and nourishing hope amidst despair. Our mission is rooted in our commitment to serve all citizens, particularly those most vulnerable.
She urged occupiers of the camp to continue to stand united and assure them that the armed forces is doing everything possible to integrate them with their families and communities.
Let us hold on to hope, trusting that our armed forces will spare no effort in reuniting you with your families and communities. I would like to take this opportunity to assure everyone present that the POA remains steadfast in our commitment to strengthening the welfare of families of internally displaced persons.
Mrs. Musa made presentation of food items to the coordinators of the camp.
And we've also heard the complaints and everything. We'll take them back and see what we can do in our own little capacity. Thank you very much.
The spokesman of the camp, Mr. Idris Ibrahim, expressed gratitude to the POA for their kind gesture.
We are happy that today we are remembered too by the Defense Department, Defense Ministry. So in addition to sacrificing their lives to defend us, they also spared time to reach out to us who are victims of the insurgency, to our children, our wives, and other people. So we are happy receiving them today.
24 hours earlier, the POA president organized a 2-day visioning and personal planning workshop for wives of military personnel in Abuja. In an interview at the sideline of the workshop, Mrs. Musa stated the reason and expectations of the workshop.
The reason for the program is to bring out these potentials in us, plan, get clarity, and as we vision, we'll be able to go back, review the areas we are lacking, because we need to balance, and then for us to be to make sure every area of our life, the core areas of our lives are balanced. We need programs like this to make us align with what we want to become in life.
Elizabeth Tanko, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Welcome back. Yeah, there's need to carry out a non-kinetic approach to solving insecurity. Some of these camps, if not were taken care of, could breed criminals that will create havoc in the general society. So it's a welcome development, and by and large, is to ensure that these people return to their homes, their ancestral homes, so that they can put their life into meaningful use instead of depending on handouts like we saw there. They are willing to do that, and God's willing and the government supporting, they will go back to their homes. Yeah, this takes us to the next report from the Nigeria Police, particularly the River State Police Command, where the retraining program has started even before the first headquarters issued the orders. The Commissioner of Police, CP Olatunji Disu, had started a retraining program for his officers and men. Sit back as Lucy Dawo brings us this report.
For an efficient and effective policing, training and retraining is essential for officers and men of Nigeria Police Force. When Security Watch Africa crew visited Rivers State to assess security situation in the state, the crew met a retraining and drilling exercise initiated by the Commissioner of Police, Rivers State CP Olatunji Disu.
So the moving tools, and the most, if it is above 10, angle of fire by the men, and the arc of fire.
interview in his office, CP Desu stressed the essence of retraining program.
We, for example, we have undertaken a lot of training for our men, enlightenment for them, to let them know why we emphasize on doing our jobs, protecting lives and properties. Like today we had a training where we had policemen from the mobile training all our policemen in police stations on riot drills, on tactical combat setup and operations. These are things that will make them fit, update them about the duties that are expected of them, because the calibers of crimes, the dynamics of crimes are changing. The dynamics are changing and we have to live up to the expectation of the people. We have daily attacks, we have kidnapping, we have robberies, and we need officers who are agile to do this job. So training upon training is what we have been having. About some few weeks ago, we had officers trained on the use of their firearms to ensure they get used to the firearms and to train them to know when they can deploy and use their firearms. Like it is mentioned in the police, like they told us in training in the academy and colleges, that it is better to allow 10 armed robbers to escape than to kill an innocent citizen. So if you do a good job and kill somebody by mistake, that rubbish everything you have done. So training upon training is what we have been doing to them, and we are telling members of the public whenever we have the opportunity that we are ready to do this job, to continue to protect their lives and their properties.
Barely a week after this retraining program organized by the Commissioner of Police in Rivers State, IGP Kayode Egbetukun, during his conference with police strategic managers, announced that police commands in the country must carry out retraining programs for police officers and men. The Commissioner of Police revealed to Security Watch Africa that IGP Egbetukun's leadership style has been his inspiration.
The leadership of the Inspector General of Police has really assisted me. Don't forget that my last posting was the PSO for the Inspector General of Police. I was his principal staff officer. So it gave me the opportunity to really know the Inspector General of Police more. It gave me the opportunity to see the way he thinks. So I know what he wants. I know his philosophy for the police. I know his goal, what he wanted to achieve or what to achieve. So I work towards it. I will give you an example. One of the things he does that I have imbibed as well. Before he posts somebody in some sensitive positions, he calls them and talks to them. I'm going to post you out of this place. I'm taking you to this particular place because. And by the time he's bringing in new person, he says, I've brought you in here because I want you to do this and this for me. He's the Inspector General of Police. He does not need to call anybody before he posts them away. But he thinks about the shock for the person. He wants the person to understand the reason why he's removing him. And the new person is bringing in, he wants him to know why he has brought him in. That means he's setting an agenda for the person coming in. So this is a wonderful one. And I remember instances where he listens to disciplinary matters by himself. And at times we are all thinking, this is the way it should go. And he said, no, look at it this way. This officer did this because of this, so it's better we do this and do this. And he has created a unit where he sends officers who have committed one crime or the other to go back to class, go and learn for 2-3 months. By the time they certify you fit, it brings you in. So we are starting the same thing here as well. So no doubt, the leadership of the Inspector General of Police has been wonderful. I'm lucky to have worked with him directly, and he has influenced the way I take decisions.
He further spoke on the impact of his leadership in the command since he assumed office.
One of the successes I will mention, members of the public may not see them physically, is reorganizing my tactical team, putting more vibe in my investigating teams, sanitizing the state CID. So those are wonderful achievements I have made already. The people will see it, will feel it, but it's not what everybody will talk about every time. We have done this, we have done that. I am reducing the level of corruption among my men. I have not said I'm reducing it daily because I'm arresting my men disgracing us on the road by collecting money on the road. I'm listening to members of the public. Whenever they give me the information my men are misbehaving somewhere, we have officers removing quickly. And coming to crime, we have been able to rescue a number of people kidnapped. We have been able to arrest a lot of armed robbers. We have recovered guns. We have recovered a lot of guns within the short time that I came to this place. One of the biggest pirates that has been disturbing the state and Bayelsa for some time, that's John Togo, was neutralized about 5 days ago. That gave me joy because people moving on the waters are now happy. He was a ruthless thief. So I'm happy we have been able to neutralize that. So, and even just yesterday, we have been able to pick one of the biggest nightmares that we have, contributing to stealing cars every day out of town. By the time we arrested them yesterday, by 12 o'clock, he has already stolen 3 cars in this state. So what we are doing now is recovering some of the cars that he has stolen out of this place. So that's a wonderful achievement for me. And we are really, really looking out for more of such because my men are happy, their morals are high, they know that they have a commissioner of police who loves investigations and operation. And I go out with them to encourage them, to let them know that there is no work we give to them that we have not done before.
Lucy Tawo, reporting for Security Watch Africa.
Yeah, welcome back. Yes, that was Lucy Tawo reporting what happened at the Rivers State Police Command, where the CP is trying to reorganize the command for more efficient and effective service. Kudos to the police there. And we believe and pray the police nationwide will sit up and do their job, just like Rivers State is doing, so that Nigerians can have some sign of relief, because the pressure is getting too much in terms of insecurity everywhere. There's so many insecurity Nigerians are facing currently: job insecurity, food insecurity, social insecurity, so many, and now personal insecurity. So much is agitating the minds of Nigerians, and we pray and believe that with all hands being on deck, the Nigerian citizens can at least get some relief from some of all these pressures. Yes, part of relieving the pressure is that we must all develop security consciousness for us to be able to live in peace. That is why every episode of this program will give you security tips that when you are imbibing it, when you practice it, you'll be able to at least minimize you being profiled or being kidnapped by criminals. One of those tips you must adopt is that don't make use of the automatic teller machines to withdraw cash or pay in cash when it is dark, because at every ATM you have criminals loitering around waiting for those whom they can prey on and deprive them of their valuables. So please, if that ATM is located in a dark area without good visibility, please avoid it. The next is that when inside your car, make use of the security lock. It's very, very important. At least it serves as the initial deterrent for criminals before they can break in and deprive you of your valuables. Now, the next is when driving at night, ensure that your car glasses are all wind up. Yes, somebody will ask, what if I do not have air conditioner in my car? How do I wind up? Yes, at least the initial discomfort will actually protect you, especially if you are in a traffic holdup or you are in an area where you think you could be in danger. Please wind up and just suffer a little problem in terms of heat or sweat, but you will save home. Then the next is install CCTV cameras in your homes and offices. This is very, very important as a deterrent and as to aid investigation in case these crimes have been committed. If all homes have CCTV cameras, all offices have CCTV cameras, it will aid the security officers to be able to track criminals, and you'll be able to see those who are loitering around, because before any criminal strike, they will do what we call surveillance. They will survey and map out how they can attack. So if you have CCTV camera, you'll be able to see who is loitering, who is coming, getting to areas where you shouldn't go to. The next is keep limited cash with you. Of course, availability of cash attracts criminals. And one of the things that is being aiding, as we speak today, that is aiding kidnapping in Nigeria is the availability of cash. Because we know that when they kidnap, that people are ready to pay cash for ransom. And that is why we must all encourage the online banking system. And so many security tips we can give you, but time it will not permit us this episode. We'll continue the subsequent edition of this program to give you that information you need to keep your life safe and secured. Until we come away again next week, please follow us on all our social media platforms and send us your views and your comments. Let us interact. Until then, bye for now.